Well, hello. Stella, are you ready to come in? Want to come in? Stella was enjoying her time outside. It's like she instinctively knew that this calm weather was not going to last. As the sun began to set, the wind began to pick up. And it continued to get stronger well into the night. The following day was not quite as windy initially, so we took advantage of that and cooked up some food outside. We knew we didn't have long before the wind would pick up. Very windy. Our cat Bennie absolutely despises the wind, so he had already called it a day and was prepared to spend it in the bowler. Our dog Stella, however, doesn't mind the wind one bit. We try to allow her to stay out as long as possible, but once when the dust picks up, that's our sign for all of us to head indoors. Like the wind, Stella? Let's take off on the edge. And Tarah took this opportunity to take a few photos of her most recent knitted projects. And I took this opportunity to run to town one last time before the wind arrived. Just waiting on Angie. She's just waiting for Angie. Where's Angie? Super windy. Well, the wind had arrived. Looked like we would be stuck indoors for quite some time. So, how do you keep a cat occupied when confined to a small space due to weather? For our cat Bennie, to keep him stimulated, he likes us to play him little YouTube videos of mice and birds. It definitely keeps him entertained. We had a little break in the wind, And by break, I mean we still had to park the truck into the wind and use the truck as a wind block to use the propane stove to cook. But nonetheless, we still had more days of wind ahead of us, so we took this opportunity to cook up a whole bunch of meat that we could then eat with some of the bagged salads or rice that we cooked inside the boler. And this break wasn't going to last long. We had maybe an hour before the gusts of wind came back. We got Stella out of the boler for some fresh air too, but it was still too much wind for Bennie. You just can't get comfortable, can ya? Most of these really windy days are generally too much for our portable solar panels, so we had to rely on our generator to keep powered up. What is the lid? Oh, there it is. We really had to keep an eye on things, as things would blow away in this weather. We had cinder blocks on top of things to help prevent that, and things cabled and tied down. While Tara was out on our campsite doing things, she found a pair of glasses that had been blown into our campsite. I took them down to the neighbors to see if it was anybody's, but nobody claimed them. So I wonder how far they blew, or where they even came from. Meanwhile, inside the boler, Bennie was up to his usual shenanigans. The next morning, Stella had us both up early enough to catch a very magical sunrise. On your gunky eyes. Oh! Where did the tail go? Out now, airing all the dust out of our chairs. Oof. After the last few days of wind, everything outside was covered in layers of dirt and dust. It found its way into just the smallest crevices you could imagine. We spent a lot of time cooped up indoors for the last couple days, but as all things do, the weather passed. And Stella, she couldn't be more excited to be able to spend some time outdoors and stretch her legs. After playing hard outside for a few hours, it was time for her afternoon nap, and she wasn't shy about letting us know that she wanted in. Both Stella and Bennie had a serious nap that afternoon. It was quite the musical orchestra inside the boler, listening to both of them snoring away. time to come in? Yellow speaker. Than anything else.